It's kind of funny when you think about it. We live in this incredible high-tech world, but the way we build our cities, it often feels stuck in the past. We're talking sky-high costs, timelines that stretch on forever. It's like the entire construction industry is running on an old, outdated operating system. So today, we're going to dig into how British Columbia is trying to reboot and upgrade its construction sector for the age of AI.
And this quote right here, man, it just gets right to the heart of the problem. It is so easy to dream up these amazing tech solutions from a warm, dry office. But on a real-world construction site, especially in Vancouver in the winter, the reality is messy, it's wet. And this quote from a senior manager at UBC just perfectly highlights that huge gap between the promise of technology and the day-to-day grind of actually getting a building built.
So to really tackle this disconnect head-on, a group called BIM-BG did something pretty smart. They brought everyone to the table: developers, city officials, contractors, even folks from the government. They all got together in one workshop to figure this thing out.
And their mission was to answer one really important question: what is stopping the construction industry from becoming AI ready? Now, let's be super clear here. AI ready doesn't mean we're about to see robots in hard hats pouring concrete. Nope, it's about something way, way more fundamental.
It all comes down to one word: data. Before any fancy AI can start predicting costs or spotting potential delays, the industry needs a solid foundation of good, clean, structured data. And right now, that foundation is pretty much non-existent.
So keeping this data problem in mind, the experts in that workshop started to see a clear pattern emerge. And all the challenges they identified pointed to one massive, system-wide disconnect.
Michelle, a mechanical contractor at the workshop, just summed it up perfectly. The industry is stuck in silos. Every team has its own little pocket of data, but there's no bridge, no pathway to share that information with the next team down the line, even when they desperately need it.
So what do these silos actually look like? Well, think about a building's entire life. You've got the design phase, then the construction phase, and then the folks who operate and maintain the building for the next 50 years. Each of these groups is basically working in its own bubble, creating these huge information black holes. As one person in the workshop said, the builder is not the same as the maintainer, and that's where the problem starts.
And because of these silos, you get a data disaster. All this incredibly valuable information that's in the digital blueprints, the BIM models, it just gets lost. By the end of the project, the building owner gets handed a useless PDF file instead of a digital twin, which is supposed to be this perfect virtual copy of their building. It makes doing any future renovations a total nightmare.
This really paints the picture of why things are so stuck. There are no common data standards, so it's like everyone is speaking a different digital language. The digital models are used sometimes, but not always. City permit rules are written for humans to read, not for computers. And you throw in the fact that construction is a high-risk, low-margin business, while you've got a perfect storm of inefficiency.
Okay, so we've got a big, messy, systemic problem on our hands. The next logical question for the workshop was, what do we do about it? How in the world do we start breaking down these walls and connecting those silos?
And the answer they landed on was all about a fundamental shift in thinking. Instead of starting with some flashy AI solution and then trying to find a problem for it to solve, they all agreed you have to start with the real-world needs of the industry. It's about deeply understanding the problem and the data first, and only then finding the right tech to fix it.
So that's a great new mindset, but how does it actually turn into a plan? Well, the workshop came up with a clear, actionable path forward, and it's all about building that solid data foundation first.
The whole plan really comes down to three crucial steps. First, you've got to create real incentives for people to change. Second, you need to standardize the rules so computers can actually read them. And third, you have to make sure that all that valuable digital info actually gets preserved and handed over to the building owner at the end. Now, this brings us to a concept that is a total game changer: machine executable rules. This isn't about making every building look the same or forcing cookie-cutter designs. Not at all. It's about translating the city's complex building code into a language that a computer can understand. This would let designers check their own plans for compliance instantly, which could save months of just waiting around for a manual review.
I mean, just look at the difference here. This would completely transform the permitting process. Right now, as one city official put it, people often submit a half-baked application just to get their foot in the door and start a conversation. The new way is all about empowering designers to check their own work. And get this, if you submit a high-quality standardized model, you get to jump into an HOV lane for faster approvals. Now that is a powerful incentive for change.
So if the industry actually follows this blueprint, what does the future really look like?
What's the ultimate vision for an AI-ready construction sector in BC?
The end goal is to completely replace this broken, fragmented system with a shared digital foundation. Just imagine an ecosystem where data flows seamlessly, from the architect's first sketch to the crew on the construction site, and then all the way to the team that's going to manage and maintain that building for decades to come.
So why should we all care about this? Well, the benefits for everyone in BC are enormous. Faster approvals from City Hall mean we get more housing and infrastructure built faster. More efficiency means lower costs. And better data makes buildings cheaper to operate and maintain over their lifetime. This could genuinely make BC's construction sector a world leader in innovation.
So here's the real takeaway from all this. The blueprint for an AI-ready future? It's already here. The technology isn't the real hurdle. The real challenge is getting people to work together. Can the government, the developers, and the contractors all come together to build this new foundation? That is the billion-dollar question.